Hey guys, Renegade SA here. Welcome back to my channel. And again, part two, I have Hailey here. Hailey was in the first episode where we spoke about employee rights. Hailey gave us some very insightful information there, and she's back now with part two. But in this edition, we specifically focusing on contracts
That's
because you
correct.
did mention in the previous episode that people should familiarize themselves or look at your contract of employment. All right. Hello, Haley.
Hi, and hi to your viewers. Hi,
Thanks.
Carl.
Thanks for taking the time to come in and see us. Like myself, we appreciate that. So, Haley, I just want to dive right into it. You did mention that we should look at our contracts. Okay. So, a contract of employment. All right. Why is that so important from an employee's point of view?
I think we did touch a bit in the previous episode of employment contracts, saying look at your employment contract, look at the fine print, look at the wording, etc. Let me put it to you this way, rather. With anything, like when you buy, whether you buying something at the store, you must look at the contract, look at the fine print. Whether you take out a phone contract, you need to look at the fine print so you know exactly what you take. Setting yourself up for, what are the terms and conditions, etc. So it's the same. It should be the same principle when it comes to your employment. Familiarizing yourself with your contract of employment. Let me put it to you this way:
Okay.
when you say you start a new job, for example, what is the first thing that you would look at in the contract of employment, or your employment contract rather?
Okay, based on my history, first thing I look at is my salary. How much am I going to get paid? And then if I look at something else, I look at leave. I look at what kinds of leave I have. Now I'm speaking for me.
Yeah.
This is my annual leave. How much annual leave do I have? If I have paternity leave, if I have family responsibility, study leave, stuff like that. So those are the two main sections that I focus on.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people, I would imagine, would maybe you look at something else, but yeah.
I don't think you're wrong. I don't think you're wrong. I think that's the common thought process when as human beings, when we get our employment and we sign an employment contract, we quickly dive in to see how much is we going to get paid, how many hours of work, which is the date that we're going to get paid, etc., etc. So
Yes.
it's not uncommon, and of course we look at the leave aspect because we're so familiar with leave, and we want to know, okay, how are we going to plan our leave, when are we going to go on holiday, etc. So it's not like it's a wrong thing to do, but to educate yourself and moving forward. I know this is after the fact because many of the viewers or many people will probably be sitting there and saying, well, it's a bit too late because I've already signed
Yes,
the
that's what I was
contract.
thinking.
Yeah.
I've signed my contract
Yeah.
now. I'm working. So what
Like,
now?
what difference does it make? Well, I think moving forward, and even right now as a starting point, go back, look at your contract, and I think look at every item, not just on the fancy or the exciting parts. Look at, there's different items in your contract of employment, whether it's the hours of work. How many hours of work are you actually working? Are you working your normal 40 hours? You're working your 45 hours? Or is there a clause in your contract that talks about overtime? Do you know that you're actually supposed to work overtime, etc.? So things like that. Then when people are in certain predicaments, they're like, yeah, but I'm not supposed to work overtime. Look at your contract of employment. What does it say?
Okay.
And then there's the new legislation with regards to paternity leave.
Okay.
So do you qualify for paternity leave? What is the difference between paternity and maternity? Before
Okay.
you go and robustly go and argue with your employer about certain leaves that you think that you're entitled to.
Okay. I don't even know if I have a copy of my contract. I don't know where it is. Can't for the life of me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Think of where I can get a copy from my HR department.
Well, you should,
Should
or
be able to.
at least if it's a small company, not all company, not we don't have. There's not a lot of large corporations or companies that can have a dedicated HR person.
Okay.
But obviously, somebody in that HR personnel or the person that actually gave you or issued you the contract of
I
employment.
can get a copy of
Well,
it.
you should.
I can
You
request
should.
a
Yeah,
copy.
You should.
All right. Now, on the contract, okay, you said important, and I agree with that. Get to know your contract, understand the clauses in there. So now I'm reading my contract. I got my copy, and I'm sitting and I'm reading. Okay, I understand that salary. I got my leave. Now I
Yeah.
get to a section that I'm not sure what they're speaking about there.
Okay.
I ask my neighbor, I ask my colleague, hey, bro, what does this mean?
Yeah.
You know, and I can't get an answer.
Yeah.
What do I do then?
Well, so just so you know why this laptop is actually open, I actually
Okay.
did bring along with me just a standard contract, but
Okay.
it's a template, but
Great.
confidentiality reason I cannot disclose with the viewers, but just so that you can just kind of see like the layout of what a contract of employment should look out, just the basics.
All right.
But now, speaking to the question you just posed, so this is a contract of employment which is obviously confidential. So if you or any of your viewers out there are not sure or not understanding some of the terms and conditions in the employment, I think revert again to your HR personnel. So they will be in better position to explain and obviously dissect for you that which you don't understand in terms of your contract.
To give me clarity on certain sections. Okay.
Exactly.
Thanks. So yes, I agree. It's very important that you understand your entire contract. I know there's a lot of, can I say jargon?
Yeah.
I can say where we don't understand, and as human beings we tend to skip that, to ignore it, and like, this probably doesn't apply to me because contracts are long and there's so many things. But you never know, as Hailey mentioned, that things develop and who knows what can happen tomorrow, and it's important that you understand your contract so you're not sitting at home or confused as to what next, what do I do, how do I resolve this. So yeah, that's actually good advice. I'm going to do that now. I'm going to try and find my contract, and if I don't, I'm going to try and I'll get a copy from HR and actually take that time to really read through it and try and understand every single section and term in the contract.
Yeah. And I just wanted to also mention, like, if you find that there's no joy, because some, I'm also speaking from, as an employer that's a blue collar worker, for example, and says, well, I don't have the time or I don't have access to HR, I just get my wages normally, every fortnight or every Friday.
Yes.
I just want to get my salary advice, and I'm on my payslip, and I just want to get out there, and I don't want to still go and chat to HR as long as I'm working and I got employment.
Yes.
So if you're feeling like you're not feeling comfortable to go and address any issues or any queries or concerns that you have from an employment, even from your contract perspective, we do have a Facebook page, Labor Consult, on Facebook. And so if you have any comments or concerns, or if you want to privately message, one of the consultants will get back to you, and as best as we can, try and speak to you individually, because we do have a lot of series, or we have a lot of issues, and we try to relate day-to-day conversations with regards to employment contracts with a vast variety of discussions, either around employment contracts, just the law in general. So have a look at the page, subscribe, and if you have any queries, drop an email or drop a private inbox so that,
Okay, perfect. All right, so if you didn't get that, don't worry. In the comments section below, I'll leave that link there where you can access the page and information for Hailey. Brilliant. That's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Carl.
Hailey, for that. Again, insightful. And yeah, as I said, listeners, thank you for tuning in. Drop your comments, any questions you might have. And also go have a look at the first video we had again. And if there's anything that comes up there, also drop a comment or a question, and Hailey will be more than happy to oblige.
Or any of other consultants.
All right. Thanks again, guys. Have a wonderful, blessed week, and take care. Ciao for now.